Yes, welcome. This is Hair by Clippers channel. You're most welcome. Yes, today we are going to basing on how to do the junky curls. Yes, I still get many questions concerning the junky curls. People keep on asking us how do we do it, because ours is really very different from what other people do. But now today let me try to explain it very well so that you can understand how we do it. And in fact, today's is a dedication still from our colleague. She's called Lynn. She's the one on cornrows. Yes, and we are trying to do it right. So this time around, our client asked to make the cornrows when the hair is still wet. She didn't want to dry it out. So now that's why you can see it looking like that. So and sometimes we try to do that so that for the natural hair it is very kind. You can always apply it when it is still dry, when most of the times when the hair is too hard, we always want it to be moisturized all the time as we applying it, so that we don't get the problem of the pain, you understand. So now let's see how it is. It is really hard, but we're trying to manage how to do it. So people have been asking how we do the junky curls. Now this is the whole thing about the junky curl. Number one, we have been doing the cornrows that are going behind, and I realized that if we keep on doing those cornrows, sometimes they limit the style of somebody, you understand. So that's why we chose to do the puff cornrows. And now if we do the puff cornrows, this is going to be helping us for someone to make to be styling these junky curls in 3 ways, you understand. So someone can, I know it even 3 ways, it's 4 ways. Someone can do it in the sideways, and someone can do it in the middle way. Even someone can be able to hold a puff or to put them going behind, you understand. So that's why we opt to of taking the puff corners, because now after realizing that the behind corners was trying to limit us on how we can enjoy this hairstyle. So that is the number one I can say about that. Then the number 2 is like, you just have to make sure you pack it very well, because now we all know that kinky, whenever we palm roll it, we burn it with hot water, it always shrinks. Is it shrinking? Yes, it shrinks. So now if you put a little hair and now you have tried to use the hot water as in getting the curls, so it means it will shrink and it looks very little on the head. And once the junker looks very little on the head, that is the beginning of the whole problem about it looking bad. So you should always be careful when it comes to this. So those ones who have been asking about it, like how do we always do it, I think that is the good explanation that you can also try to do it with the puff corners. And then after that, make sure that you pack it very well. You pack it very well. So when you pack it very well, by the time you are going to do the hot water, this thing is going to shrink. So now when it shrinks, it means and it finds when you have already packed your hair, then that is going to be very simple and easy for you to get the perfect look that you have been looking for. So this is how we keep on plating it. You can see how we plate it very softly. You don't have to make it very tight. And by the way, junkie curl is not supposed to look like it's not supposed to look like twists, you understand? So you should mind about that. You can see this kinky, it doesn't come out like this normal twisting, like the twists we have been doing. Though if you try to look at the method we are using, it is twisting. So now see this method. It's also very perfect, you see, very perfect and nice. And I like how my colleagues do them. They do them perfectly. So now try to make sure at least you go with that thing, like with that in your mind, that it's not supposed to look as these normal twists. So you just have to use that plating. But when you're plating, don't make it tight. Yes, don't make it tight. Try to make it as soft as possible, so that so that it gets that texture of not looking like twist. You understand? So those are the things that I wanted to explain to you about the junkie curls. And then another thing that I can say lastly is that when palm rodding, you always just have to focus on someone's neck. You understand? Because that's the problem. You find some people palm rodding them and they're too short. They're very short and they cannot balance with someone's head. Now if it's with the head, you have to maintain the neck not to be to show. You understand? You have to make sure that behind it is really packed, so that the neck is really like it is getting that volume for it not to look like it is empty. You understand? So make sure that you pack it well. And when you're palm rodding, you see you palm rod according to someone's neck, and that is the height you always do when doing the palm rod. You see, so now some other people, they do them very small, very short, and others long, so it becomes disorganized. So you just have to make sure that your palm rods are also of the same level. You understand? So that is, as long as you do that, trust me, it is all going to be very perfect. Yes, you don't have to disorganize it with the palm rod, because now palm rod is the very the important thing that you should focus on, because if you don't make the palm rods perfectly, even the outcome is not going to look nice. So this is what I got for you about the junkie curl, and I hope you going to practice doing it, and trust me, you will not regret, and you will be doing it very perfectly. You understand? Yes. So this is Hair by Clippers, and just know we love you so much. And yes, this video was made by our colleague called Bedan, and then the Lynn did the cornrows. Yes, Lynn did the cornrows, and now by crocheting I had to do it myself. And then palm rodding was also another person to get that clear thing. And then this also matters, sorry, about the burning. This is very dangerous. Sometimes I always see some client asking for the palm like the curl to start from the start. But how can you do that? How can you start the curls from the start, yet you're going to use the hot water? So you should also try to mind about that. Yes, so if you want that, you'll be at your own risk, because it is really dangerous. So you just have to make sure at least the curls are down, so that the water does not burn you. We love you so much. This is Hair by Clippers, and you can always please don't forget to click on the red button, ring the bell, so that we get to learn all these hairstyle. Bye bye, see you next video.